Hey everybody, I hope e-learning is going smoothly. It's been fun to connect with students and follow along your journey. So today I just wanted to share a read aloud. I'm pretty bored, I have to be honest. I'm loving hearing from my students and I'm loving interacting with them, but during these downtimes that I'm not, I'm kind of going crazy sitting in the house. So I wanted to share one of my favorite read alouds by my all-time favorite author. My favorite author is Kate Sally Palmer. She actually lives in Clemson, South Carolina with her husband. And once upon a time, she lived near the beach. And she writes really just awesome, meaningful stories. I've met her a couple of different times. When I was in 5th grade, she came to my school, and that's when I got this book. So you'll notice some pages are even falling out of it. And then when I first started teaching, she came and spoke at our school and read some of her favorite books to our students. And then she always is at some of the different holiday fairs in Anderson. So if you ever have the chance to meet her, it is a wonderful experience to hear her talk about her books. And she even signs the inside of them. And this one is so special to me because she signed it when I was in 5th grade, whenever she came. And it just says, "For Meredith, best wishes for lots of happiness and success, Kate Sally Palmer." So the book I chose to read of hers today is called The Little Chairs. And you're going to see how a character in this story is feeling pretty gloomy, like some of you may be feeling right now. Oh, I'm so sorry. Like some of you may be feeling right now during these days at home and not really sure when we're going to be back with all of our friends. So I just wanted to share this and see if it can give you a positive light into what our future looks like and how we can find little ways to be happy even whenever things are a little different for us. So The Little Chairs. Once there was a mama and a daddy who loved each other very much. Every day they went to their jobs and they came home. They mowed their grass and pulled weeds out of their flowers. They cooked their supper and ate together and watched TV. So they are mowing their grass, pulling weeds, and eating a picnic and watching TV. A picnic would be a good idea during this crazy time out of school. On pretty days, they took rides through the country in their car. One day after work, the mama found the daddy sitting quietly in a dark corner and sunshine going to waste outdoors. The daddy sat there all evening. He didn't turn on the light. He didn't feel like talking, he said. He didn't feel like eating. All he felt was sad, and he was very sad. The mama was frightened. "What is making you sad?" she asked. "Did I do something to make you sad?" "No," sighed the daddy. "I think I am making myself sad, and I don't know how to stop it." The grass in the yard grew tall and bushy. Suppers were lonely. The TV hardly ever got watched, and there were no more rides through the country. The mama wanted to help the daddy whom she loved, but she had not made him sad, and she couldn't make him happy again. Still, she wanted to help him stop sitting alone in the dark with pretty days going to waste. One day after work, the mama showed the daddy a little wooden chair. "I need your help," she said. "I can't help you," said the daddy. "I'm too tired. I just want to sit here." "But I need you," she told him. "You can be a lot of help. Did you see this little chair?" "Yes," said the daddy. "I need you to paint this chair. Paint it yellow for the front porch." The mama showed the daddy a large can of yellow paint. The daddy looked at the little chair. He looked at the paint. "That is easy enough. Painting a chair," he said. "Maybe I can do that, if you really need me." "I really need you," said the mama. So the daddy took the chair, a small paintbrush, and a large can of yellow paint. He went out back to the screen porch. There were old newspapers spread all over the porch floor. He wiped the chair clean. He dipped the paintbrush into the yellow paint. The bright color made him think of a summer day's sunshine and butterfly wings and a happy puppy he once had. His eyes followed each movement as he brushed the color onto the wood. I wonder if he's starting to feel maybe a little bit happier now that he is seeing these bright colors and thinking of happy times. When the chair was covered all over with bright yellow, the daddy called the mama to look at it. The mama looked at the daddy. "Paint it again," she said. "Again?" asked the daddy. "Yes, don't you think it needs another coat?" asked the mama. The daddy thought. He thought about how smoothly the paint flowed from the brush and how bright the color looked. "Yes," he agreed. "It needs another coat." I'm already starting to notice how this character is starting to change just a little bit. The next day, the daddy came home from work and sat once again in his dark place. The mama came to him and said, "Here is another little chair. I need you to paint this one blue." The daddy thought about the little chair. He remembered how smoothly the paint flowed from the brush and how bright the color looked. "Okay, I guess I can paint another chair," he said. He got the new little chair and went out to the back porch. There was first the yellow little chair on yesterday's newspapers with 2 coats of yesterday's yellow. The daddy opened the blue paint and made him think of a boat on the water and a distant mountain and a bike he once had. The paint flowed from his brush so smoothly and the color was so bright that when the chair was blue all over, he called the mama to come look at it. Look at that bright blue paint. I know that would start to make me happy seeing those bright colors at my house. The mama looked at the daddy. "Paint it again," she said. "I think it needs another coat." The daddy thought. He thought about how smoothly the paint flowed from the brush and how bright the color looked. "Okay," he agreed. "I'll paint it again." And he did. How do you think that daddy might be feeling now that he's really needed and starting to make these chairs look awesome for their house? I think he's probably starting to feel a little bit happier, maybe that he's needed, so he's definitely happy again. He feels like he has a place. The next day, the daddy went straight to the back porch without stopping to sit in his dark place. The mama came to him and said, "Here's another little chair. I need you to paint this one red." The daddy felt lucky to have a wife who needed him to do a job like this, a job with smooth paint flowing and colors so bright. "The more the merrier," he said. He opened the paint. It looked like apples and flags and Christmas bows and lipstick kisses. When he finished, he painted the chair all over again. Then he called the mama to come look at it. The mama looked at the daddy. She smiled. He smiled too. "I think this job is almost finished," she said. Do you think her job was really the chairs? Or her job was to perk up daddy again? I wonder what job she's thinking is almost finished. Or if it's both. The next day, the daddy found another little chair on the screen porch and a can of green paint. Green is springtime. He covered the new little chair with green paint until it was shining like trees after a storm. There's all 4 of the chairs. There's all 3 of the chairs, and then here's the green one. Then it was time for his supper. He was hungry. Look at this beautiful painting. The end. So the daddy finally found some brightness in his gloomy days. So I hope that you guys can start to find some brightness in your gloomy days as well. Miss Dantzler loves you and hopes you continue to work hard and enjoy a little bit of time at home with your family. I love you guys. Have a good afternoon.